Coming up tonight, Bar residents told to start cleanup campaign. Prime Minister informed that 90% of export commodities damaged and $300,000 raised by Vodafone Fiji staff for flood victims. Good evening, I'm Mike Ranamalo. With floods becoming a constant part of our lives, a challenge was posed at the Bar Chamber of Commerce on the role individuals play in trying to contain the threat of natural disasters and if members of the public, communities and settlements could all play a part in cleaning their natural surroundings rather than contributing and being part of the problem.
We talk about the rivers getting clogged up, we're talking about culverts being clogged up. We should also look at our own selves. What are we contributing towards that? Throwing the rubbish in the drains. I've seen business people, as the river comes up, out comes the rubbish bags, straight into the river. Sometimes I feel like pushing them in at the same time. The point is that we are contributing greatly towards the demise of our own rivers and streams. I mean, you go and look at Elibuka Creek. It is filthy in the best of times. Who's responsible for that? We are. What are we doing about it? The drains in front of our houses, in front of our business, it is dirty, it's stuck with debris. Why can't we start with just a little bit? So let's start ourselves before we ask them to do something about it. So I think it's a self-cleansing exercise we should go through.
Not mincing his words, Bar Chamber of Commerce representative Daniel Elisha said the time has come for business houses, communities and individuals to play a bigger and constructive role in cleaning up their surroundings, whether it be at work or home. Speaking at the wake of the two floods that has affected the Western Division, Elisha says everyone has a role to play in ensuring that the environment remains safe and free from all sorts of debris, which according to the Prime Minister has been one of the many contributing factors leading to flooded creeks, drains and rivers.
What we'll try to do is try and have the rivers dredged. That's an important thing. That's one of the things that we found out in the January flood. The rivers weren't dredged, the drains weren't dug properly so that the outflow can go out. Culverts were not cleared. Those are some of the things that the maintenance people need to do, and we'll get on top of that.
The Immigration Department is seeking legal opinion on whether Oberthur Technologies have breached the contract undertaken with the Fijian government to supply Fiji passports.
In November last year, the Fijian government had entered into an agreement with French passport providers, Oberthur Technologies, that would see 40,000 new passport books arrive into Fiji by last month. However, this has not eventuated, and Director Immigration Imani Vuniwanga, in responding to the rising concerns by applicants on the delay of passport processing, has clarified that the company, Oberthur Technologies, have failed to supply the books on time, and Immigration is looking at legal options. According to the Department of Immigration, the delay was unacceptable and unreasonable, considering that the contract between the two parties had indicated a time frame of delivery. The director adds, the department has consulted and is awaiting a legal opinion from the Solicitor General's office if there was a breach in contract now that there is a delay to the supply date as earlier promised by the company. Oberthur Technologies, which was given the contract to print passport books, has refused to issue a public statement explaining the delay. This was the first time in 40 years that Fiji had changed its passport supplier.
With 100 health officials on the ground in the Western Division, a high focus has been placed on food hygiene. The Health Ministry reveals their teams will be carrying out daily surveillance to ensure that no poisoned meat is being sold.
The other team looks at, second team looks at the food condemnation, food inspection, also looks at shops, looks at water, sanitation, and hygiene. So they will be basically going around from shop to shop, supermarket to supermarket, and so on. Their primary role is to ensure that no stale food or food that is not properly stored is provided to the community, and those that have been The foods that are not safe are then disposed into dump sites.
Meanwhile, Dr. Joe Koroivueta says they have beefed up presence at the various dumping sites to ensure that scavengers do not gain access.
It's a normal response where they go from supermarket to supermarket, they do inspection and then also food contamination. And then following that, the inspected foods are then transported to dump sites. And one of the lessons that we learned from previous floods is people scavenging, at their dump sites. So we have actually informed the public, we have pleaded with them, not to undertake this high-risk activity, for their own health and also for the health of their families.
Coming up after the break, reconstruction begins in the West. 90% of export commodities damaged, and prison wardens hold workshop.